Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and this is a quick little gossip chat. Who said that? Honey, the law, the police, okay, Nicki Minaj, and also Cynthia Bailey. I'm going to talk about a few things this morning. I am coming to y'all before I go to work. Okay, I have not even created a thumbnail yet because I'm getting ready for work. So just stay inspired and never stop creating. But also do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Do not forget to like the video, comment in the comment section, share it on your social media by hitting that share button. Relax and relate and release it to yourself and everyone around you. And also inhale and exhale and stuff, okay? And yes, follow me on social media at J_Lees_Corner on IG, and on Twitter, it is just JayLeesCorner. Yes, I have Cash App. Go ahead and feel free to send me $1 if you need to, okay? Because this is what content, okay? You're getting free content, but again, whatever, okay? Also, like and subscribe, okay? Boom. I am here or whatever. I'm gonna give y'all about a good 10 minutes because again I gotta go to work. But yeah, let's get into what I want to get into. So last night while we were on the panel, okay, the picture came out of who Nicki Minaj is actually at the Housewives of Potomac reunion. Girl, I kept saying before, we don't want this, okay? We don't want this. Nicki Minaj should not be hosting any damn thing, okay? Now, she looks cute. Okay, that's fine. And Andy sent out today was a trip because again, the Housewives of Potomac reunion was recorded yesterday. They filmed up until around 11:30 at night. It was like an all-day thing, okay? And as Andy said, it's a reunion I could never get away with. At the end of ours tonight, Nicki Minaj surprised the ladies and did her own thing. Andy Conda, okay? Even Portia said, like, I need to know the date of the reunion so I can clear my week to prepare because Nicki Minaj is there. This is my thing. I'm happy he pointed out one at the end of the reunion. Nicki Minaj surprised us and did her own thing. So to me, that means she did not host, but she still came, asked some questions, okay, and then she left. My whole thing was I don't want Nicki Minaj to fully host a reunion. I was like, that seemed too much because again, that makes the show more about Nicki than the ladies. Okay, Nicki than the ladies. And so I'm happy they figured out, okay, she can come, she can ask some questions. Okay, she can say, "Hey guys, what do you think about this?" So that's fine. So I'm happy that one is something a little bit different. Okay, they added in a rap person or whatever, but she did not host the whole thing. I'm also happy she dressed the way she dressed. I think that's how you would dress if you're gonna host or ask questions at a reunion with reality people. So again, I'm happy that she was there in that capacity. Okay, my issue would have been she hosted the whole thing. Who asked for that? So again, things for me worked out how they were supposed to work out. Okay, now on from that, Cynthia Bailey, who we know is no longer on, well, she's not going to be on the upcoming season of the Housewives of Atlanta, but we know they filmed the whole cast special trip. It was, I think it was, did they record it last year? I don't know. It may be early this year, but we've been waiting like when is it coming out? So Cynthia posted this just today, well, just 27 minutes ago, that the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip will be premiering in November on Peacock TV. Okay, now I think I have Peacock on my regular television. I don't think it's an app, so to speak. So I mean, it's fine or whatever. And it's her, it's Kyle, it's Teresa, it's Cynthia, Melissa, and then I don't know those other two white women at the bottom. I don't know who they are, and I don't want to say the wrong name. But again, they will all be here in November. Now, will everyone be watching the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, or will you pass on it? My thing is, I feel like y'all, it was filmed in the summertime. They are in Turks and Caicos on here. So I'm like, do I want to see people on the beach in November? I mean, I guess so. I guess it isn't that bad. I just hope it's an actual fun show and not a bullshitty show because I want to have fun with it. Okay, we're not gonna get the Housewives of Atlanta until sometime next year. So let's hope this gives us a bit of Cynthia and Kenya. So what else are they going to give that we haven't already seen is my question. Okay, but again, kudos to Cynthia, who was not going to be on Housewives of Atlanta, but will still see her at the same time that we would have usually seen the Housewives of Atlanta stuff. Okay, but yeah, boom, pow, pow. Now let's get into the one thing I wanted to discuss, and that is British Williams. Okay, now I was going to do a whole one just on her. Okay, and I had a whole little photo available. I was gonna have it be just her, but then when Nicki Minaj came on, and was going to um be the host for Potomac. We're not gonna say that too. I want to show y'all, okay, because I'm not gonna use it now, but I'm gonna show y'all what the thumbnail was gonna be, okay, for good old British Williams round here stealing and being arrested on federal charges of thievery round here. Okay, this I'm petty. But this was going to be my thumbnail. Okay, British basketball wife star British Williams busted, okay, arrested on federal charges for multiple crimes, okay, because that's what happened. That's what came out. That's what she did. That's what she's done. Okay. Now it's weird for me when stuff come out and we be about to go live on the panel because I always like to be prepared to say, okay, what happened? So how can I comment on it? Because I don't know what's going on. So that's the only reason we did not cover it last night because then shit of this came out and I had not read up on what happened as of yet. Okay. But we now know basketball wives star ish or whatever. Because she was on, I think, either one or two seasons. I believe she's supposed to be on the new season that is going to, what is being recorded now, that will air sometime early next year. Okay. That is gonna be sometime next year. But honey, British out here was indicted on federal charges, okay, by the federal people, the federalities, okay. The federal grand jury in St. Louis on fraud charges on this is part of BET.com. On September 22nd, Williams, who appeared on Basketball Wives, the third season, was indicted on 5 felony charges of misuse of a Social Security number, 4 charges of bank fraud, 3 charges of making false statements to the IRS, and 3 charges of wire fraud, and 3 charges of aggravated identity theft. Okay, now according to the St. Louis Parish Dispatch, okay, she was arrested on Thursday and she pleaded not guilty to charges. And I'm like, girl, they got all these charges. Now, the prosecutors claim that she used a false social number in 2017 to obtain loans. Okay, loans, lines of credits, and other funds from financial institutions, meaning banks. Okay, and during the following 2 years, okay, within so 2017 for 2 years, she allegedly, okay, deposited 4 checks valued between $4,500 and $5,800 into accounts that she controlled. Bank fraud, bank fraud. Okay, so she deposited checks, okay, into those accounts, withdrew the money before the checks could bounce, or the banks could know they were fake checks. So she was depositing fake checks into accounts she opened. Okay, that's called fraud. That's many kinds of fraud. Okay, now I was like, wait. Okay, now her lawyer say she has been targeted because of her celebrity. Okay, and they expect her to be clear. I'm like, first of all, is she really a celebrity? I don't think she is because again, she was on one season of a show that she has not that's not even that big of a show anymore. So I'm like, she isn't famous. She really isn't. And I'm like, you have to remember who she was. Who was she on that show? Oh, okay, and the boyfriend or whatever. Now she was also on a season of Marriage Boot Camp. But I'm like, even that was on some BS. But she's not a starer like that to where someone is trying to purposely, bring her down. I'm looking like I mean, is she already down? Is she at the bottom? Are you at the bottom? Girl, I don't know. Anyway, so it was like, girl, that's kind of crazy. Now, they also bring up that she also falsely claimed dependents on her 2017 through 2019 tax returns using false names and social numbers. I was like, "Oh, you really out here on some BS? So you was out here depositing fake checks and using fake numbers and fake children? Girl, is you real? To be real? I guess not. Look, y'all can't be out here doing bullshit, okay? That don't make no sense. I mean, but it also show you how people be acting like I am so famous. I got money. I do this. I do that. I am boiling. And you out here defrauding banks, sis. I was like, no, don't do that. No. And this is Fed shit, okay? Because you were doing things with the banks, okay? You can't be doing that. And the fact that she put money in, well, no, put a fake check in to take real money out, I think that may be the wire fraud of it all. Because again, you kind of tried to give yourself the money. It's like, no, just don't do these. Just don't do. Oh, this been a new season? Hmm. Now they also bring up how the same year people were complaining about her business. Okay, the what's it called? Love of Labels. It had an F rating with the Better Business Bureau, whatever. I was like, no, don't do that, girl. It's all kind of fraud around here. So let's now she is in jail still, to my knowledge. I don't think she's been bonded out just yet. She may have to get her funds together. But like, you cannot be out here just playing with the I, the R, or the S. And these fraud charges ain't nothing to be played with. We cannot be wanting to be arrested for things that did not happen. Okay, so could she be innocent? She could be. She could be. But usually the federality people do not arrest you on federal charges of bank shit that you did not do. So again, please let us know how or why you are innocent British. But again, I'm like, well, do we care? Do we care? I mean, I guess we do, because again, it happened. Now I want to touch on two other things. One, Nene Leakes, who was saying in her live, hey guys, because people have been reaching out to Nene since Greg passed away. I got 2 minutes ago to leave my house. But Nene's saying that guys were in her DM, I guess giving her condolences, trying to make the sisters okay. And she's like, I'm just doing me right now, but hey guys. I mean, is it too soon? Is it too soon for Nene to even be responding to people saying thanks for the inboxes? I don't know. I don't know, but I also think people grieve differently. And maybe she wants to still have someone because she's used to having someone. So even though she's an honest doing me right now, that doesn't mean that she's trying to date or that she's not trying to date. Greg passed away a month ago, but who knows how long they have been trying to prepare Nene to be without him to move on. So I'm not sure. But Nene, like, what I'm saying, I'm over here just doing me right now. But anyway, hey, I love reading the messages and saying they are inspiring, to say the least. Thank you. And thank you to everybody and all the gentlemen that have been in my DM. Thank y'all too. And I was like, girl, okay. But again, I think Nene just don't want to be alone. I think she's not used to having to be by herself, because her and Greg were together for so long, for one. And then for two, I also feel like, because she's selling her house that her and Greg lived in. And I'm like, that's a lot of house. Um, that's a lot of house that she has to be in, and she maybe want to just move on from the memories of even being there with him and him being sick in the house. So I do think Nene is moving in a way to where she wants to be able to move on. And I think that's smart, because sometimes if you stay in that place of missing your person, it drives you deeper and deeper into grief, and sometimes it can be depression too. So I want Nene to live her best life, and heal as best as she can. Okay. I also wanted to touch on Dave Chappelle. So I watched Dave Chappelle's special called The Closer. Look, I laughed from beginning to end. Okay, but I know for a lot of people in the LGBT community, they are not happy with his special. And the way I wrote it when I was talking to a friend yesterday, I said, I found everything he said funny. I found everything he said to me did not seem mean spirited. It was more of trying to explain to where he feels like people in the LGBT community will always want to be right and don't want anyone cracking jokes or hurting their feelings, as if that's a person's intent. And I feel like when I watched the whole thing, and the end part was, don't think that we're also not human going through things and like y'all are the only ones. So I didn't get the whole thing as if he hates anyone from the LGBT community, or anyone or trans either. However, I also said I'm not trans. So I can't say what he said that was funny to me is not hurtful to them. And that's why I was like, it's a catch 22. because I can't tell other folks how to feel. The same way people who are not black can't tell me how to feel if I'm upset about a black joke, okay? Or people can't tell me how to feel if I'm offended by a fat joke. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like you sometimes can't tell someone else how to feel about someone cracking jokes about them. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it's a thin line. But I do feel like I hope people watch his whole special and did not listen to clips. Because if you just hear clips, it can be a little bit messy, okay? But me watching from beginning to end, he filming here in Detroit. Okay. And I was like, look, he did it in the right place because in Detroit we laugh at the most shit that's not rude shit. We find shit funny, so we're not offended easily. So if we are offended, it's for a reason or whatever. So I'm like, okay, so this. But again, I hope people watch his whole special and not just one or two parts, or not just a little clip. Like for me, from beginning to end, it made sense towards the end. His message towards the ends, and so that's what it is. But again, I can't. Um, Tell someone in the trans community or the LGBTQ community how to feel about him cracking jokes on them. So that's on them. However, his thing was Twitter isn't real, so I can't be upset about people mad on Twitter. That was his response to the criticism of people wanting his special removed. I agree with that though. Twitter's not a location; is an app. So someone dragging me on Twitter did not mean shit to me. And also, like, he already got paid. you know. But again, like I said, I can't dictate anybody else on how they feel about what he said about them. I can only say I found things funny, but that does not mean it was not offensive to other people. Okay, that's on them, not on me. But again, let's see. I think that's all I want to cover right now because again, I gotta go to work. So I hope you guys had a great time with this quick little gossip chat and stuff. Okay, I will talk to y'all later today. Do not forget to have a great Friday because I will too. And until later on, peace.